Memory? What memory? Memory? What memory? Rob Julian.
I have finally persuaded my gorgeous wife Lorraine to agree with me on something. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, and since she's sitting in the audience, I have to be careful what I say here, but if we're in the supermarket and someone comes up and greets me like a long-lost friend and we're having this animated conversation, she is not to say, "Are you going to introduce us?" Because if I had the faintest idea who it was I am talking to, or if indeed I had ever met them before, I would have already done so. You know what it's like, you scroll through the alphabet mentally thinking, Arthur, no, Charlie, no, none of those. It's only when I get out into the supermarket car park, that's once I've located where I have left the car, that suddenly occurs to me, heavens, that was John Smith. And I'm always tempted to run back into the supermarket, locate the aisle he is in, and saunter casually past saying, "Great to catch up with you, John." The trouble is, in this day and age with the increased pace of life, we have so much more we've got to remember. So many more faces, so many more facts and figures. How many people have forgotten their internet passwords? I recently made 3 mistakes on the internet banking, and the legend came up on my computer screen saying, "Your account has been frozen. Please contact your nearest bank or 0800 number." So I contacted the 0800 number, and this very pleasant, helpful young lady came on the phone and said, "Don't worry, Rob, we'll soon get that sorted out. Now, can you punch in your PIN number for telephone banking?" Right, you've forgotten that. "Okay, can you tell me your birthday?" I couldn't believe it. You know, your mind goes completely blank. I finally stuttered and stammered out my birthday, and her manner changed completely. "Don't you worry, Rob. We'll get you sorted out. I don't want you to stress out, because I'll be with you all the way." Now, Rob, I want you to think of a 5-digit number you can remember. Can you do that, Rob? Good. Now, I want you to enter it. No, not into the computer keyboard, into the phone, Rob. That's great, Rob. You're doing very well. Now, I want you to enter it in again. That's a different number, Rob. I finally got my password sorted out, and contrary to what they tell you, I've written it down. And I've hidden it. Somewhere. And then, of course, in moments of stress and crisis, our memory deserts us completely. A few years ago, I was taking my 3-year-old grandson Jack for a swim at the Johnsonville pool. And we got changed in the family changing room, and I thought, I would get changed first and then get Jack into his toddler's tops. And while I was doing this, Jack walked around the cubicle and came across this tap on the wall. And being a 3-year-old boy, he naturally turned it on. And it was the tap to the shower just above where I was putting my clothes. change of plan. I will get Jack changed, and then we will go to the pool. And shortly after that, I was relaxing in the warm, limpid waters of the toddler's pool while Jack was playing happily with his flutterboard. And I thought, the waistband of my tops doesn't seem to be fitting as firmly as usual. And when I looked down, to my horror, I found I was in my underpants. I had forgotten to carry on changing. Visions of horrifying headlines, pervert, paddles and pool, flashed through my mind, and I called Jack over and said, "You walk in front of me and I'll hold the flutterboard behind me. We'll go back to the changing room," oblivious to the fact there's no better way of drawing attention to myself. Not helped by Jack calling out in a piercing voice, "Why do you want to change out your underpants, granddad?" Ever since, whenever we go for a family swim with the 3 grandchildren, my daughter-in-law sweetly asks, "Were you intending to take your tops, Rob, or are you just going to make do with your underpants?" And if she says it one more time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we slide down the razor blade of life, staggering from crisis to crisis, it's no wonder we have problems with our memory. But I must confess, in my case, I sometimes wonder if it's due to the collapse of synapses in my brain as I move inexorably from one day to the next, enhanced, no doubt, by the 3 whiskies I had as a nightcap every night. But now I find I have another problem, which is shared by most people in this room. What part of this speech have I left out? And I no doubt when I sit down it's too late. I will find out when my memory kicks in. Memory, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. What memory?